We got another video on Islam, well, not exactly directed towards Islam, I must say. See, when Christians and Muslims are arguing for the existence of a god, they could somewhat work together against atheists. Of course, however, the biggest problem they have is the failure to reason why their god is the true one instead of others. So today we have a Muslim channel that is giving us 5 whole proofs of God. Let's take a look.
God is the cause of all beings.
Wrong. First of all, there's no evidence that living organisms need a cause. Of course, this would vary depending on how you define cause. But if you're saying that God is the cause, I would love to have you to be more specific. If you mean cause as in the purpose of beings, well, that's not true, since we don't necessarily have an ultimate purpose in life. Of course, you probably are defining cause by the reason or force in which something came to being. This is also false, since you would have to assume that our existence needed to have begun through some force or some conscious decision. This claim in general is just flawed, since the premises that lead up to its conclusions aren't true. So, great start so far, but I'll let you continue.
An atheist must believe that the universe came from nothing and by nothing.
Wrong again. We don't say it came from absolutely nothing. If you actually read some papers in physics, you would know that there are plenty of things that could have led up to the Big Bang. The hypothesis that I most enjoy is that the universe was always eternal. It simply had a phase of contraction which built up near infinite density and energy, which led to the Big Bang. Some physicists also explain the pre-Big Bang scenario to contain virtual particles and negative energy. And in case you don't know what that means, it means we don't believe that the universe came from absolutely nothing. The second point I want to make is that you don't need to know how the universe came to be in order to be an atheist. All an atheist is that he or she does not believe in a god due to the lack of evidence. An atheist could deny the Big Bang, evolution, or all of science for what I care, but he will still be an atheist as long as he doesn't believe in a god.
But surely that doesn't make sense. Out of nothing, nothing comes.
You got any evidence that nothing can come from nothing? No? Okay, fuck you then. Also, a lot of science is not intuitive. Many things we discover don't follow the patterns we're used to. Intuition is the last thing you want in science. You're just saying that just because you can't imagine such a thing, it doesn't happen? That's fucking ridiculous.
We can summarize our argument thus far as follows. Premise 1. Whatever begins to exist has a cause. 2. The universe began to exist. 3. Therefore, the universe has a cause.
Your first premise, whatever begins to exist has a cause, is wrong. Where's the evidence for that? Jesus, dude, you can't even formulate one argument without the premises being wrong? William Lane Craig, that's your name, right? Yeah, fuck you.
God is no true science.
This'll be good.
In the creations of the heavens and earth, and the alternation of the night and day, and the ships which sail the seas to people's benefit, and the water which Allah sends down from the sky, by which he brings the earth to life when it was dead, and scatters about in it creatures of every kind, and the varying directions of the winds, and the clouds subservient between heaven and earth. There are signs for people who use their intellect.
What the fuck? All you're saying is, look, there's water. Look, there's wind. Look, there's night and day. Therefore God? And then you say, you will see the evidence if you use your brain? What the fuck? That's not an argument at all. That's not evidence of God. Look around you is not evidence. We want scientific evidence, ones that can be tested and repeated. You have provided none of that.
There are uniform laws in nature which indicate that nothing comes by coincidence. Everything is created precisely.
Explanation, please. What do you mean no laws are created by coincidence? You're just gonna leave us at that without explaining it? It's no wonder we don't even consider God in the scientific community.
And beside this perfect creation, there's a perfect sustaining system for each and everything that remain in a beautiful order rather collapsing.
That is still giving me nothing. I want specifics, goddammit. What's not collapsing? What's this sustaining system? Stop being vague, you motherfucker.
The miracle of life.
Hardly a miracle. More like something that just happened. By using the word miracle, you're implying that this is good. Well, to us, sure, I guess that's good, but objectively speaking, what makes life so good? There is really no good reason why life is good, objectively speaking, that is. The universe is indifferent. It doesn't care if life forms or not.
Science has no explanation of where did life came from.
We actually do. Abiogenesis.
Or what causes the living body to die.
Again, that's wrong. We do know what causes the living body to die. I don't want to bore you with the specifics, but basically, telomeres that are on the ends of chromosomes get shorter and shorter as more divisions occur, while fighting against telomerase, which builds more telomeres. This is sort of like a biological clock that determines when the cell can no longer divide, and this has even been counted before. When we get very old, eventually our cells stop dividing due to this mechanism, which leads to something else, such as a heart attack, which can kill us. So, for those of you who are curious, telomerase can in theory be injected and thus make us immortal. However, cancer will cap your life expectancy. So, keep dreaming.
If someone's heart has stopped working, replace it. Bring him back to life. You cannot control the people's life.
Actually, the field of medicine disagrees with you. Sure, we can't keep someone alive forever, but we can certainly, quote-unquote, bring people back to life by replacing their heart if their heart is the issue with their health.
You even don't know the reason of life or death. The reason of life and death is the one and only God.
Well, no. There are plenty of other conclusions you could have reached from that. Even if you prove there's a reason or cause behind life and death, it could be something else. For example, it could be an unconscious force in the universe. Or it could be that aliens have bestowed a curse upon us that causes us to die. There are so many possibilities, and you jump straight to the conclusion that your God must have done it. You see the problem yet?
When there is no God, there would be no purpose for life.
This one is not even an argument. This is just straight up appeal to emotion. Let me tell you this. There most likely is no ultimate objective purpose in our lives. As sad as that may be, telling yourself that you have an objective purpose doesn't make it true. It only makes you feel better.
The sun is there to produce energy and light. The trees are there to produce oxygen and fruit. The animals are there to produce food and clothes. The question is that who set these purposes?
Those are not really purposes, they're more of an effect they have on the world. And what about harmful pathogens? Viruses, bacteria, fungal organisms that can be very detrimental? Did God put them there to have a purpose in killing people? Nice try, you little bitch. I'll give you credit for the music though. It does make it feel like what you say is legit, even if it's not.
Who told them to do this or that? What is the purpose of our life?
We don't have an objective purpose. Instead, we make our own purposes.
The miracles in Holy Quran.
You guys love to use this one. It's not just you know, it's every religion. Christianity, for example, claims that the miracles in the Bible have been fulfilled. What makes the miracles in your Quran any better than their miracles? Oh, I know. Maybe because they're equally ridiculous. But you know what? I'll give you a chance.
There are so many scientific miracles in Holy Quran from different branches of science, which all of them prove that Quran is the word of God.
There are more than 1,000 verses in the Quran which speak about science. After every scientific fact, you ask the question, who could have mentioned that in the Quran? The only reply the atheist can give you is the creator, the cherisher, the manufacturer, the inventor, the producer. This creator, this manufacturer, this producer, this inventor, we Muslims call him as Allah.
What the fuck? You're not going to give us any specifics? I am highly disappointed in you. It's okay though, don't worry. In one of my future videos, I'm going to be addressing stuff like this. Miracles and scientific predictions in the holy texts. Stay tuned. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe, you motherfucking bitches!